Inflation is a big word, but it means something we all experience in our daily lives: prices going up over time. You might notice it when you go shopping and see that things cost a little more than they did last year, or even last month. Imagine your favorite candy bar used to cost $1, but now it costs $1.50. That's inflation in action. The same candy bar, but now you need more money to buy it. It means the money in your pocket doesn't stretch as far as it used to. You might find yourself getting fewer groceries for the same amount of money, or having to make choices about what to buy and what to leave behind. But inflation doesn't mean that every single thing gets more expensive at the same time, or by the same amount. Some prices might stay the same for a while others jump up quickly. For example, the price of gas or fresh fruit might rise faster than the price of clothes or electronics. Some things like food or gas can get pricier much more quickly than others. And sometimes you'll even see prices for a few things go down, like when there's a sale or a special discount, even though most other things are getting more expensive overall. Inflation is a normal part of how economies work, and it happens in almost every country around the world. It's something that affects everyone, from families to businesses. A little bit of inflation is usually okay, and can even be a sign that the economy is healthy and growing. It encourages people to spend and invest, rather than just save. But if prices rise too quickly, it can make it hard for people to afford the things they need, and can create challenges for businesses trying to plan for the future. That's why understanding what causes inflation, and how it works, helps us make smarter choices with our money, and better understand the world around us. Why do prices go up? It's a question that affects everyone, whether you're shopping for groceries, buying a new phone, or filling up your car with gas. Prices seem to change all the time, but what's really behind these increases? Think of it like a puzzle with several important pieces that fit together to create the bigger picture of rising prices. One major piece is called demand-pull inflation. This happens when more people want to buy something than there are items available. Imagine everyone wants the newest phone, but there aren't enough to go around. Stores can't keep up with the demand, so prices start to climb. The phone company might raise prices because people are willing to pay more to get one. This is a classic example of demand outpacing supply. Another important piece is cost-push inflation. This happens when the cost to make or deliver products goes up, and companies have to pass those costs on to customers. Think about what happens if the ingredients to make your favorite cereal, like wheat, sugar, or corn, suddenly get more expensive due to a poor harvest or higher shipping costs. The cereal company might have to raise its prices to cover their costs, and you'll see that reflected on the shelf. Sometimes governments printing too much money can also lead to inflation. This is called monetary inflation, and it can make every dollar you have worth a little bit less. If there's suddenly a lot more money in circulation, but the same amount of goods and services, prices can go up, because people have more money to spend, but there's nothing extra to buy. There are other factors too, like changes in taxes, new government policies, or global events such as wars or pandemics, which can disrupt supply chains and affect prices worldwide. Most of the time, it's not just one thing, but a combination of these factors working together that makes prices rise. Understanding these reasons can help you make sense of the changing costs you see every day. How do we know how much prices are changing? Economists use something called the Consumer Price Index, or CPI. It's like a shopping cart full of things people buy regularly, from food and clothes to rent and transportation. Every month, economists check the prices of everything in that basket. If the total price goes up, it means inflation is happening. The CPI helps us understand how quickly prices are rising. For example, if the CPI goes up 2%, it means that on average things cost 2% more than they did a year ago. Inflation impacts us all. When prices go up, our money doesn't stretch as far. That means we might have to make tough choices, like buying less of something we enjoy or finding ways to cut back on spending. Imagine you get paid the same amount each month, but your rent goes up. That leaves you with less money for other things. Or maybe the price of gas increases, making it more expensive to drive to work or visit family and friends. Inflation can be especially hard on people with fixed incomes, like retirees. If their income stays the same but prices go up, they have less buying power. Inflation is a powerful force that affects the entire economy, not just individuals or families. It touches every part of daily life, from the cost of groceries to the price of a new car. and even the value of your savings. When prices rise quickly, businesses often have no choice but to increase their own prices to keep up with higher costs. This can make it harder for customers to afford goods and services, which may lead to a drop in sales and even force some businesses to cut back or close. High inflation can also discourage people from saving money since the value of what they save today might not go as far tomorrow. This uncertainty can make people feel anxious about their financial future. If people believe their savings will lose value over time because of inflation, they may decide to spend their money sooner rather than later. This rush to spend can sometimes make inflation even worse, creating a cycle that's hard to break. That's why governments and central banks work hard to keep inflation under control, aiming to protect both businesses and consumers from its negative effects. They use a variety of tools such as raising or lowering interest rates and managing how much money is circulating in the economy to try to keep inflation at a healthy level. The ultimate goal is to find the right balance, because while a little inflation can signal a growing healthy economy, too much inflation can create serious challenges for everyone. So, that's inflation in a nutshell. It's about rising prices, how we measure those changes, and how it affects our lives and the economy. It's a complex issue, but understanding the basics can help us make informed decisions and navigate the ever-changing economic landscape.